right, this is Steve of 1,000 Year Homes. So it's 98 degrees out, feels like 105. Where I've got the container here, it's 98 ambient temperature. The walls, if they don't have the reflective foil, the roof's running 139, the walls are 120. So I've hit my ability to work today. So what I've got done here so far is I have my door in. I'll flip the pet door around so that the latch is on the inside, but that's the right orientation. And you'll see that I made this out of 2x6s that I split that matches the bevel of the angle here all the way around. And then I overlap it with a board. And then the door I used as a frame so everything's square. So I didn't really measure. What I did is I just used the door as a gauge, and that gap will be because I'll have a sill plate, right, and some brushes. So I did that right, and then I decided I like that little box there. I'll end up enclosing it and making it part of the beam system. So this is just roughed in, and it is brad nailed all the way around. So then you'll see here from this side will be put on the outside. But if you look at it, you can see my angle. You can see that it's a doorknob side, so I know which one's which. I have two of those. So those came off of these boards when I split them. So, and then I'll put those on the outside with a header that I'll also curve to match. Now that top sill plate is curved to match the corrugation of the walls, and that bottom is curved too. I put tape along it on the outside to stop the rain, but let me pause and go outside and have you take a look at it. Alright, so here's the outside view of the door, and I have 4 screws right now holding it in. But you'll see when I peel this back, right now this is just to shoo the rain away. But you'll see that I cut everything out so that it was curved inside of the lines. And it'll still get a little water in here until I waterproof it tight. So this is the outside after I just got done cutting out the last windows that I want in there. So this side of the house is the side that I need to get done so I can move into it. But okay. So what I did here to get this notched out, there's a little mistake. That's where the posts are going to come. And I don't know, I'm going to end up having to cut this out and dialing it in. So this I know I'm going to have to cut out. But the first thing is to get the shapes there. So what I did is I mounted that down on the bottom. And then I brought the cutout and straightened it, clamped it straight. And then traced it, spun upside down so the inside is the outside, and I get a reasonable niche. It's not 100%. See right there, there's a gap where that shape and that shape aren't quite right. 1/4 inch gap, but that one's fitting. Gap. So anyway, the corrugation isn't 100%, but it's fair enough. So I'm going to take my jigsaw now and cut that out.
Doors, and doors, pluraled. One door, the outside door, and how that I went ahead and cut out that's the bottom plate that I'll need. And I do this because, one, dimensionally I need to change things a little bit on that board. And two, I want to pull everything as tight as possible for the metal to be square and flush. Because a door will take a lot of abuse. So in addition to these 6x6s that I'm working with, I will bring in thicker posts around the outside, and I'll run in some really deep screws in order to keep from people being able to kick it open and that kind of thing. The one different thing that I had to do with all of the doors is they all open out, which is a bit unusual, but there's not enough room for me to have an open in. And so the jigsaw just buzzes right through there, and then I match up and make sure it all fits. And indeed it did. And you'll see that it'll pull. Well, this one I pulled this window flush, but I did the exact same thing for the door. I pulled the door flush using the same format. And what I did is I built all the parts. I don't measure a whole lot with a tape measure. I truly held things up, and I used the span. And then I cut it all up into the components that I need to make the project whole. And it's funny, but my little Roby didn't make it all the way through with the with the 6-inch blade on there. It only gave me 4 inches or 2 inches of clearance, and this is 2.5. So I had to chase it through with my Japanese saw and make it okay. I put all the bad edges there. So there we go. That's the finished product, and here's all the components as I'm putting them together. And you can see that I'm using the door as a frame, and also I put in you can't see that I put in a couple of little furring strips in there to give me the gap around the door that I required. Originally, there's my kerfing, and originally I just toenailed everything together and moved it into place and then rehung the door later. I don't know if I could have done this easier, but if I had built it all in one place, but it's really heavy, and it was just me, and you saw Leah there in a little baby doll outfit. She wasn't going to be toting a door and helping me put it up.
This is Steve, 1,000-Year Home. Sorry to be right in your face, but I'm shirtless because it's 1,000,000 degrees in that thing. Well, it won't last 1,000 years, is for sure me. But every day I take a little break. So, but these doors will last a long time, and that kerfing was Western cedar. That'll last a long time. So I think I'm well on my way of building a 1,000-year home using the container as the construct. Earth bag, rammed earth. I'm not sure what I'll use on the outside, but I'll wrap it when I'm done. So thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. It's the only thing that us guys got to go on anymore. So like and subscribe. Thanks much. Bye.